Warning, the following is not confirmed. However, let's discuss.
Hey, what's up guys? My name's Dynasty, and yes, we are back at it again today discussing some Mortal Kombat 11. Not had a chance to sit down and discuss any news in about a week, so hey, I missed you. Hopefully you missed me. But today, we are discussing two alleged leaks that kind of coincide with one another, and the only reason I'm really covering this is just because it's coming from a subreddit called Gaming Leaks and Rumors, pretty much the #1 source for all gaming leaks and rumors, and it's picked up a lot of steam, and apparently the guy who posted this actually provided quote-unquote some proof. One of the moderators actually mentioned there that they provided an image, but they can't tell if the image is real or not, so for all we know, this could be a photoshopped image, and the person who's the moderator just got fooled by it, so at least there's maybe 1% chance this might be real, so I gotta talk about this. A lot of you guys want me to as well, so before we do, I want to say really quickly, this video is being brought to you by Frag Pro Shooter. Now, Frag Pro Shooter is by far the best shooter game of 2020 that was specifically designed for mobile devices. They actually have more than 30 million players playing Frag Pro Shooter, and the rules are pretty simple. Destroy the enemy bunkers as quickly as possible, and once the two bunkers are actually destroyed, you'll get access to the tower on the map. Once you do destroy that tower, you win! Those are the rules, and you can see the gameplay. Game does not look too bad, and I played it for a bit. It's actually really fun. Now, the cool thing too is there are a bunch of characters for you to collect, more than 80 unique characters with their own gameplay and specific role and specific power. You also get a chance to design your very own deck. You can actually choose 5 different characters and build your own team. The cool thing is you can base your team off of a certain strategy, so you can have an attacking-based team or a defensive-based team. And the gameplay, like you're seeing here, it's really easy to pick up and play. Now, how it works is you actually control one character on your team, while the other 4 are going to be controlled by an AI bot. But the cool thing is you can switch that whenever you want during the game, which is really neat. Also, you have a first-person shooter and a third-person shooter camera angle too, so depending on your preference, there's at least a few options. They just introduced a new 2v2 mode, or pretty much you build a team with one of your friends or a random partner and play against 2 other players. So pretty much how it works is you choose 3 characters from your deck of 5, while your partner will get the other 3. Frag Pro Shooter is offering you guys some free rewards for you as well, only thanks to the link in the description of this video in the pinned comment. So of course, if you guys are interested, check out Frag Pro Shooter. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring today's video. But with that said, let us talk about these MK11 potential leaks. So you can see right here, this is the initial post on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit that got some steam. It says here, NRS/Mortal Kombat 11. A few rewards given as well. It says, hello, I work with NetherRealm Studios. I will not name my exact position as I fear that what I'm about to tell you will put myself at risk. First, I would like to deconfirm the leaks that have surfaced over the past few days. Doomslayer will not make an appearance in Mortal Kombat 11. My heart breaks. Neither will John Wick, Deathstroke, or Michael Myers. Also, Injustice 3 will not be our next title. Please stop believing everything you see online when there is no evidence. And he has in parentheses audio files, images, source code, etc. I'm afraid I will not be leaking any significant information here, but I can tell you that there will indeed be a Combat Pack 3. It will include 4 characters, 3 male characters, and 1 female guest character, with one of the Mortal Kombat characters being an unfortunate bystander. I've sent a moderator of the subreddit a picture confirming this. While COVID-19 has slowed us down a bit, there will not be huge delays in the release schedule, as most of the content has already been made or is close to completion. No ETA yet. PS, there are currently internal discussions on whether Molina should make an appearance in the game as a playable character. Again, this has 92% upvotes, and it's got 300 comments currently, over 400 likes, and again, a mod on this subreddit said OP did provide us with an image. While I'm unsure the authenticity, reliability of the evidence provided, I can confirm I've seen it. And the moderator is sticking to their guns, and they've not shown the evidence, which really sucks because that is the only thing that's making this post seem, like I mentioned earlier, at least 1% legit, because usually if they provide some type of proof, that's got to be worth something. But again, the mod could simply just be fooled by a photoshopped screenshot, or you know what I mean? So again, we don't know. We really don't know. Now, all this is just pure speculation, but it is interesting how it's always, I work at NetherRealm Studios, or I know someone who works at NetherRealm Studios, and, you know, take it for what you will. I will say this. The one red flag I saw in this that I thought was interesting is the fact that this leak just jumped straight to Combat Pack 3 with zero mention of a Combat Pack 2. That's really weird. Now, I understand the Aftermath expansion could be dubbed, I guess, as maybe the Combat Pack 2, but I don't think anyone is calling that the Combat Pack 2. They're simply calling that the Aftermath expansion. So, I think it's odd how this supposed leak from somebody who works at NetherRealm Studios is dubbing, you know, a Combat Pack 3 as a thing without dubbing a Combat Pack 2. I just think that's so weird. Now, worth noting as well, as for, like, the guest characters, Doomslayer not making an appearance, I guess, isn't too surprising if indeed they do solve the Ash Williams situation. I would think that the chainsaw sound effect was for either or, so I guess that could make some sense. John Wick not being a guest character is not too surprising. I don't think any of us thought we'd see Keanu Reeves getting fatality'd. I know I would probably feel really wrong doing that. Deathstroke, as much as he fits into the Mortal Kombat universe, just like the Joker, you know, I can see them not including any more DC characters. And Michael Myers is still a bit surprising because we did get Jason, we did get Freddy, we did even get Leatherface. Michael is the very last, you know, slasher star to not make it, and part of me still thinks there's got to be a chance for that. Injustice 3 not being their next title, I mean, it's been alluded that they're already working on their next game, and Ed Boon has made it pretty clear that they're open to working on other stuff outside of the realm of, like, Injustice, Mortal Kombat, so that's obviously a possibility, but again, it's not too hard to make these claims when you're just creating fake leaks. It's not. I could have said that and it would have made sense, so take it for what you will. Now, it does also mention 3 male Mortal Kombat characters, which really isn't too surprising. What is, though, is the 1 female guest character. That is a very nice change of pace. Got me super intrigued with who this potential female guest character could be. If I had my say, I think Buffy the Vampire is up there just because Ed Boon over the years has constantly teased in, like, character voting polls and tweets this idea of Buffy being implemented in either Injustice or Mortal Kombat. I could also see maybe the bride from Kill Bill. Heck, I've seen Harley Quinn suggested, and I mean, we got Joker, maybe Harley, so it's really not too far-fetched. Of course, the very bottom, though, there are currently internal discussions on whether Molina should make an appearance or not. There has been a lot of fan demand for Mileena. Say what you will about her fans, but there has been a lot of demand, so wouldn't really shock me if she did get added. But then again, it's like Ed Boon's talked about it, and he's mentioned how they want to make sure the roster is always fresh, and that's kind of been like the explanation why she's been taking a break for this game, so that kind of conflicts with her maybe coming back, so we'll see. We'll see now. Like I mentioned, this is just one of 2. This next one came a day later that is kind of a continuation, apparently, of this first leak right here. And this leak comes from everyone's favorite leak website, 4chan. So it says here, possible MK11 DLC from Anonymous. It says, I didn't know where to post this, but just about every other leak I've seen is here, so I guess it's fitting. Basically, a few months back, a person I went to programming school was talking with me, and I mentioned I'm a big fighting game guy. They said they've been working on Mortal Kombat 11 content since about October of last year and offered to give me the characters they know will be added since my birthday was around that time. That seems like a really odd thing to do and, you know, to put yourself at risk, but I mean, birthday present's birthday present. Says I thought this was fake after Aftermath was shown because they didn't mention it at all. But that Reddit leak sounds spot on to what I was told. Almost makes me think it's the same person. I DM'd them about 7 times today and no answer, so I'm just gonna go ahead and post this because I can't contain myself. Obviously, keeping them anonymous, keep in mind I don't have hard evidence and don't know if this is fact. It's just what I was told and lines up with the Reddit post from yesterday. That is the intro. It says, Havoc! Havoc has been done since about January, had to tone down his default design for being too revealing and unsettling. Sektor uses Cyrax as an assist. has a human alternate costume. That's about it on him. Gonna guess the quote-unquote unfortunate bystander thing refers to Cyrax. Yes, if you remember in the first leak, it mentions how around the same section when they talk about the female guest character, one of the Mortal Kombat characters being an unfortunate bystander. So, you know, this definitely is interesting. It does say Dagon with a complete redesign, looks metal as shit in their words, uses a war club, which is one of the gear items alongside an eye patch and sword. This last part breaks my heart if true. It says, Mia Allen, the girl from Evil Dead remake. Apparently, Ash was worked on and had gear and cosmetics in the early stages, but something happened. I didn't get too much of it. Long story short, they didn't want it to go to waste and got to use Mia since the remake was easier to obtain. She uses all that was done on Ash, plus some reused animations from Leatherface. I guess Ash's gear was shotgun, chainsaw, and a buck, so presumably, hers will be the same. Her actress, Jane, was supposed to be flying out for voice acting when I had this conversation. I don't know about Molina. So, I think it's super interesting how this second leak talks about the Ash situation, but the first one, which is not confirmed to be real, but at least, you know, had a mod see some type of proof, that didn't even touch base at all with us about Ash Williams. Like, they didn't even discuss it. You would think that with everyone talking about is Ash in the game, is Ash cancelled, is Ash replaced, you would think that the leaker would be like, you know what, here's some details on what's going on with Ash Williams. Here's why he won't or will be DLC. And it's interesting how that's not mentioned at all. But Mia Allen being a female guest character does coincide with the first leak, which is scary because that means that our boy Ash was replaced by the Joker and a co-star in the franchise, which is probably gonna rub a lot of Evil Dead fans the wrong way because I think all of us were expecting Bruce Campbell's voice acting and all that stuff to be given to Ash Williams, and yeah, I think that would suck. At least for me, I would be pretty heartbroken. Other three characters, Havoc, I mean, that makes sense because I feel like universally when it comes to the 3D era characters, Havoc is the character that everyone seems to actually approve of, and he's been constantly teased in, like, arcade ladder endings and tower consumables. Heck, even Shang Tsung mentioned the Chaos Realm in the most recent Aftermath expansion, so, you know, would not be too surprising. Sektor, again, dating back to data mining that the Thinny did a few weeks ago, it seems like Sektor is a character still, while Cyrax isn't. Sektor is more far along than Cyrax, if anything, so that might explain why there is more Sektor files and not Cyrax files, because Cyrax might just be an assist. Going back to this whole unfortunate bystander thing, what's really interesting too is if you actually go to, I think it's Mocap's bio back in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, his combat card, his bio, it mentions he is an unfortunate bystander, so Mocap for DLC? I mean, crazier things have happened. It's, again, unfortunate bystander was such a weird description to give. Dagon is an interesting one because that's kind of out of left field. Dagon only made an appearance back in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, really, and, you know, it's a 3D era character that you may or may not like. Me, I'm kind of indifferent. I'm all about, you know, characters getting a second chance. Maybe it's a second chance for Dagon to look cool with this metal-ass shit look, but, what's interesting, too, is even this second leak doesn't even really clarify if all four of these characters are for a Combat Pack 2 or a Combat Pack 3. You know what I mean? Again, that's just so odd how this Combat Pack 2 never even really gets discussed. It just seems like they're just talking about a Combat Pack 3, so, Again, I think that's really odd how they can't just, you know, come out and say, yeah, by the way, there's gonna be 4 more characters with the Combat Pack 2, plus these 4 the Combat Pack 3. Like, if you're getting the same details from people that work at NRS, why did they both conveniently not talk about this KP2? There's no way Aftermath is KP2. There's no way. There's 8 more characters that were data mined in the character select screen. That has to mean something, right? So, we'll see what happens. Again, this is just me discussing. We'll see what happens. But guys, that is all I got for y'all today. According to these 2 leaks, one that was not completely verified, but had, according to a mod on the subreddit, some type of proof that may or may not be authentic. Again, this could be someone who's never even played MK11 overlooking this image, and they might have just seen some Photoshop stuff and not known any better, but I figured, hey, it's got a lot of people talking. It only made sense to sit down and kind of just dissect and give you guys my take on it. Honestly, I say take it with a grain of salt. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. I'm going to stick to what we see in the source code. So whatever the Fitty can come up with and we're doing from MK Warehouse, that is what I'll stick to, because that's what we've seen that's been pretty accurate so far. We got ROB a month before Aftermath dropped, you know what I mean? So be patient. Hopefully the source code gives us more details. If not, no worries. There's nothing wrong being surprised, and we'll just wait and see. But anyways, that is all I got for y'all today. What do y'all think of all this stuff? I'm very curious. Let me know in the comment section down below. Of course, though, if you did enjoy the video, please take 1 second. Make sure to drop a like on it. Of course, subscribe for some more MK content here on the channel. Till next time, I've been your host, Min Dynasty. Guys, please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
You see, I've been a fan of Dynasty for years now. GTA, MK, and Justice, I'm still down. Rapper meets gamer, I wonder how y'all feel now. That was just a setup, watch it get real now. Okay, so me and Sub-Zero was born in 92, and lyrically I inherited all his fighting moves. A lot of y'all still lost, don't have the slightest clue. The truth disappears in the smoke as if you fighting moves.